So in 2002, I found myself sitting crisscross applesauce in the floor of the school's auditorium during the end of the school year's award ceremony. The type of awards that were given during this ceremony were, outstanding achievement in math, right? All the smart kids got these awards, and I wasn't a smart kid. I wasn't academically inclined. I didn't care about school. I actually cared only about Pokemon and soccer. So when the librarian went up to the stage and presented her award, which was the bookworm, the student that read the most books throughout the year, I was in utter shock when she mentioned my name. I was in shock because I had read 0 books that year. I hated reading so much. Books were the most boring thing in the world for me. I was so nervous, kind of how I am right now, walking up to the stage. My teacher was ushering me up, telling me, go, go, go. I get up to the stage, and I'm so frightened. This has to be a nightmare, a bad dream. Maybe the librarian's gonna look at me and say, psych, this is not an award for the most books. We realize you don't read, and you're the stupidest kid in the school. She gives me this piece of paper, and it says, bookworm, and it has my name on it. And below, it has the hungry, hungry caterpillar stamped onto it. So I realize this is reality. This is legit. They actually think I read that many books. While I'm standing there, it runs through my head. I need to figure out how I won this award because I didn't read any books. So in my head, I'm processing, and I go back to the first day of school, and I realize, this is probably due to faulty metrics. In the beginning of the school year, my teacher told me, you have to check out 3 books from the library every single week. So that's exactly what I did from the first week. I went to the library, I got 3 books, checked them out, put them in my backpack, waddled to my class, took them out of the backpack, put them in the cubby, let them collect dust, and then I came back a week later, wiped the dust off, put them in my backpack, went to the library, and repeated that every single week throughout the school year. And this was due to faulty metrics. You see, they said I was the bookworm because I read the most books, but it was actually that I checked out the most books. I don't know if I was smart or dumb, but I guess it worked. So I'm standing on the stage and I realize this is wrong. I'm starting to feel guilty. I feel shivers down my spine. My hands are sweaty. I'm holding this piece of paper. It's getting drenched. And I look up and I see my mother in the back. She's taking a photo. She's so happy. She's proud of her child. And I'm like, I have to fess up. I feel guilt for the first time in my life. And I mustering up the courage as I walk down from the stage. I'm going to tell my teacher I didn't read any books, that I don't deserve this. And that is when I discovered substance abuse. You see, attached to this award via staple was a bag of gummy worms. And if you know anything about little kids, is that they will compromise all morals for some sugar. I grabbed the gummy worms, and I was in this internal conflict, shaking as I'm walking back towards my teacher. Do I fess up, or do I eat the delicious gummy worms? I finally walk up. I'm about 5 feet from my teacher, and my kryptonite hits. I open the gummy worms. I put one in my mouth, and the sugar and the artificial flavors drench the anxiety, and it's gone. And I realized at that moment that I can lie, and I can get through any moment if I just have a little bit of sugar. And 20 years later, I still haven't told my teacher. My mother still doesn't know that I didn't read any books. And whenever I'm nervous, like I am right now, I have a little bit of sugar, so when I go back to the seat, I'm gonna break out those gummy worms that I have under my chair. Thank you.